The energy field that we call God, my take on that, and what I've learned, and a lot of people don't believe in God like they say they do, from what I've seen and what I still see. We're living in an upside down world where people don't want to be accountable for their actions and be responsible or take accountability for anything. They don't want to take responsibility or accountability for anything. And it's a wild time right now. It's an upside down world, and it's backwards. And from the looks of things, it's like the women are against God. They're not living anything by the book. They're not doing anything in the order of the natural way they were created to do it. They're trying to go against it. And there's a price that's going to be paid for them and all the men who follow the bad women that go against the Creator. It's going to be a big price to pay. Very soon coming. The women are going to understand the order in which they were made, why the Creator created it in the order He did, and why they do need to have the men. Because men are not just going to get with you to protect you just to make you safe when you didn't want to have the men to begin with. Just because things are bad, you're going to run and try to grab them. Men don't work that way. And you ladies are going to soon find out that when you accepted the serpent tongue and you chose to follow the serpent, you're all going to pay for it. You followed him in the garden and you're following him today. And there's a lot of weak men that are following you. And they're following you right off a cliff, straight into the slaughterhouse, straight in front of the firing squad, straight into the death trap. And the whole way of the trip, you've misleaded, lied to the men at every step. And now when you get in front of the firing squad or at that cliff or in the death trap or at your end, so to speak, when the men look over to you and say, why did you go this way? It'll be the most stupidest thing the men have ever heard. I didn't like the way he said it. I didn't like the way the other way looked. I didn't want to go through that. I didn't want to deal with that. So I decided instead of going the way I was told to go, to just take you the other way because I felt it was going to be better. Because I wanted to go the other way because I thought. And the man will realize that they were lied to and misled and manipulated all the way to the end. And it was the most dumbest reason why they fought and died. Why they've sacrificed their life to die. For women that were never for them. For women that have no logic, no common sense. It's like there's no brain. The scarecrow from the Wizard of Oz. The lights are on, but no one's home. The elevator works, but it doesn't go to the top floor. Sad. Sad is what it is. Here's my take on that.
Black people, and listen to me carefully. God ain't coming to save us from who exactly will He be saving us from? When it comes to the things we've created and the situations we've created and the problems we put ourselves in. And we don't want to be held accountable or deal with reality about that situation. If a person made themselves fat, if they fat, they made themselves that way. They can't say, well, COVID made me fat or, depression made me fat. You made you fat. Because a lot of people get depressed and they ain't fat. A lot of people went through COVID and they ain't fat. The ones that chose to eat gonna be fat because they chose something. What did God say if you're going by your Bible? He does not interfere with free will. What is free will, people? Every decision you have that you act on, every decision you make that you act on, that's your free will decision. So you can change the course of your life. People say, well, it was their time to go. No, it wasn't their time to go, not necessarily. And I'm going to prove this to you. Insurance companies now, they've had this system for probably more than 10 years, where they can sit down with you, get all your information, see how you take care of yourself, see your credit history, see your health history, and they can predict to almost to the fucking month when you're going to die. Did you know that? They can do that. Now, they're not God. So how are they able to do something that we ain't able to do? Because we able to do it too. Anybody with a brain can sit down and say, if you keep eating that way and eating that way and getting bigger and bigger, you're gonna have high cholesterol, high blood pressure, stroke, heart attack, or be diabetic. Or all these things you're gonna go down, that's gonna happen to you because you're choosing that road. You ain't gotta be God to do that. He gave us that gift. So if a person is choosing to go down a certain road, don't get mad and say, this was meant, this is what, this is what God sent to me. You sent that shit to you. God didn't send you shit. You sent it. You made it all happen because you attracted it to you, because you made all those decisions and you didn't make a change. Let me show you something, people. Whenever we talk about that God, first off, we need to be clear on who God is. God is the energy field that gave us this spark of light that animates this flesh, this clay body, this carbon body. He gave us, he's the spark of light, the energy that the sun made of, the trees, the rocks, everything here is made of energy. And God is the energy field that all the energy is coming from. And we are souls that he gave a spark of life to. From him. We are of the Creator. We are in the image of the Creator. Let me explain something that most of you do not understand about that energy field that I learned when I was in my teens, 17, 18. And I learned to listen. I didn't listen to all of it, but I listened to most of it, and it always kept me out of shit for that higher self. That energy field is in your thought process. In the Bible, when they describe Jesus, he's really the mind. It's not a physical man. It don't matter if what color he was or when he was here or if he was or wasn't here. It matters that we're supposed to strive to be Jesus-like. So it's the mind. And the place where they say Jesus had died was a place called Golgotha. Look it up. It's place of the skull. Skull place, back of the skull. Condemned to die in darkness in a place called Golgotha. In the temple where he was taken at nighttime and he was charged for sedition. Your temple lows is where you make all your decisions at. And when God, a person that is spiritually, intellectually enlightened, is trying to enlighten you and give you some wisdom, and the light is too brilliant and too bright, and you don't want to hear what they got to say, you condemn it to die in darkness. You judge it in the temple, and then you debate whether you want to hear it or not, or you're going to like it or not, you're going to listen or not, and then you put it in a place called Golgotha, skull place, back of the skull, to die in darkness. So you condemn the person. You condemn the idea. You didn't want to hear what they had to say. What I found about us is we don't want to deal with reality very well. We don't, most of us can't handle the truth. The truth and the light is your Creator. When he judges you, it's going to be based, it say your works on planet. It don't say how well you treat your family or the blood or your kids. Or it don't say nothing about that shit. It say how you treat strangers. And treat everybody the way you would treat yourself. That's what it says. And if you live by those words, you'll have a pretty good life. Most people treat their family and their blood good, and everybody else like shit. So you fail in that test off the rip because you're not living by them words. If he was sending you here to be judged on just how well you treat your kids, he would need to send you here. Everybody gonna treat their kids and their family great, the majority of them. Why would I need to send them down there to test them on that? That just sounds stupid when you think about it. And when black people like to throw this term around a lot, God would never put on you more than you can handle. Here's what black people don't understand, black people. And I'm going to go back to the energy field because there's something important I need to let you know about it. That means your dreams and goals is also included in that. If mentally you're not ready to maintain that house, the car, the relationship, the husband, the jewelry, the dogs, the having all these things requires maintenance. Trial and tribulation is knowledge and wisdom. When you go through it, if you fight that and go through that obstacle course and you get through it, at the end it'll be a reward. The reward will be the knowledge and wisdom that you was given, and now the intelligence to know how to use it. Because you can be smart and have a lot of knowledge and wisdom and be dumb and broke as fuck. It don't matter about being smart. It matters what you do with it. If you act on it or not. Most of us procrastinate and don't act on it because we're afraid to fail. Rich people, I look at and I study, there are people who have failed many times, but they figure out how to make it work. So I call them problem solvers. They're very good problem solvers. They learn how to make something work in their favor. They do it and they do it and they do it until they figure it out and make it work. Poor people, they don't want that. Oh man, that's hard. Oh man, that's too much time. Oh man, that. But you see the other person doing it and then you get mad. What you get mad for? They're willing to do some shit you're not willing to do. So you shouldn't be mad because you're choosing with your free will not to do it. So you should not be rewarded. The person that is choosing to do it and go through the obstacle course that God has set before them for what they want, they go through it and they get it. That's why they got it. That means they deserve it. So he should reward them. He only, by just looking at that, you see God helps those that want to help themselves. It's in front of us right here. If you just look at it, you can see it. If a person is fat and they go to church all they want to get a 10%, but don't want to go get on the treadmill, don't want to change their food plan, they're going to die of a heart attack or stroke, and they're going to be by themselves. They're going to have a lonely life. They're going to be coming to church talking about God. God has nothing to do with the free will. If he saved the fat person, it'd be like him saving the crackhead, him saving the thief when the guy got the gun in his head, him saving the robber when he finna go to jail. Who would he be saving them from? Who would he saving the fat girl from? The cupcakes, the snacks, all the plates she ate? If he saved her from that and took her food away, what would she do? She'll go somewhere else where there's food. And what will happen? That same shit will repeat over there that's happening over here. She'll keep getting back on bed because she's overeating. It ain't got nothing to do. So he will be saving her from who? Exactly, herself. So if he don't interfere with your free will, he ain't going to interfere with your free will because he be saving you from you. When we talk about the robber, he choosing to rob. He been robbing his whole life. That's what he do. He rob. So when motherfucker he finna go to jail, if he came and took him from that situation, he might be good for a year. He might be good for 6 months. Might be good for 2 weeks. Our mindset as humans is an addictive mindset, habitual. It's addictive. It's predictable. We do things in patterns. We can change the patterns, but in order for us to do that, we have to look at it and take responsibility for it and see what we're doing and then make the changes, which most of us don't want to do. And that energy field that we call God, it's in your Golgotha, it's in your mind, it's in your heart, your body. You will sit there and pray to that creator and say, give me a good guy. Just the women. Give me a good guy. I'm a good woman. Give me a good guy. And then he'll send a guy to you and you'll say, But if it don't work out, I'm still going to keep Chad over him and keep Lil D. I'm going to stay friends with him just in case. Then you don't have faith in God. Because if you had faith in God, you wouldn't have nobody. You would just do the right thing and become the best version of yourself. The person, when the man comes along that got his shit together, he has worked on himself. He has went to God or didn't go to God, but he worked on himself to get to where he's at. He has sacrificed for those things. And if he's able to keep those things, he maintains that lifestyle. He's made the sacrifice. He went through the obstacle course. He's went through the obstacle course, learned all the stuff in it, and applied it to his life. And that's why he is where he is. And God gave him that knowledge and wisdom and intelligence to know how to use it because he was willing to make the sacrifice. So he comes to you. He made all the sacrifices. He got all the shit. You want him. He's a good guy. He don't club. He don't drink. He don't smoke. Takes care of himself. Got his money together. You wanted that guy. But the guys you've been dating your whole life are the guys that tell you what you want to hear. They acquiesce to you. They yes men. They, oh, you beautiful because they just want some ass. And y'all lie to each other, and then you sit back and you choose these guys over and over. Then when the good guy comes, he starts making you face your demons. Because he done faced his, so he's just sitting there watching you make excuses, and he's not a person to make excuses because that's why he is where he at. So he gonna call you out because you got to be beside him and represent him. And he's like, hey, you saying you want all this shit, why you doing all these things you doing, and you ain't doing something about the shit if you want it. Then you sitting there like, man, I don't like the way he make me feel. He talking down to me. He treat me like this. He treat me like shit. I can't deal with him. I don't want to deal with him. And you go right back to where your mindset what? Where your mindset was around the same niggas you used to get and you keep getting that same shit because you choosing it. So who would he be saving you from exactly? Who would the creator be saving you from if you go and choose them fucked up niggas? Then you should get the fucked up shit that the fucked up niggas come with. The fucked up niggas got a package. It's called fucked up shit. And you gonna get the fucked up shit when you choose the fucked up niggas. That's just what it is, people. That's accountability. You gonna deal, you don't wanna deal with it? That's okay. He'll deal with you. God gonna give all the energy field that we call God does. Science said he's the universe. Science say he's for every action an equal opposite reaction. I say, because I added this piece, in the field that the action is taken. If you don't take an action, if you take a little action, you get a little result back. If you take a bigger action, you get a bigger result back. You can't fool that energy field. When you say I'm gonna keep the dude in the you think it, but you don't say it. Remember, they say our thoughts are the most powerful form of energy on the planet. And the energy field that we call God is an energy fucking field. Meaning, duh, it reads that shit. You can't fool it. So either you tell it the truth, you do what you're supposed to do, or you get what you want by facing your demons. Because when you face your demons, that's how you get to where you want to go. You can't stay who you are and get where you're trying to go. You have to change. You have to be the person that lives in the mind that you're looking at with that stuff. That's a different person than you. So you got to kill who you are and make a new you. You got to sacrifice who you are for who you want to become. That's what it means. That's what you have to do if you want the shit you want. Why would he give you a better car when you destroying the fucking one you had? You destroyed the one before that. You got a history of that shit. He give you a good car in a year it'll be shit. Because you don't take care of shit. If you take the fat girl away from the food and he had the doctors come in and cut that fucking fat off, what do the doctors tell y'all? Tell the women when they cut that fat off? Or they suck it out. They say, oh, it's a possibility you could come back if you don't maintain this, if you don't watch what you eat and exercise. They think that losing weight is going to him and then your fat cells are still in there, right? So then you go back to eating. How many motherfuckers repeat and go back? And why did they go back? Would he be who's hurting him? They hurting themselves. So you chose everything you have. You chose every place. Where you at in life, you chose it. Just go back and look at it. You can see that you chose it all. And there's all your free will. And he don't interfere with that, so he's not coming to fucking save you. That's what the fuck I'm saying. End of story.